We've done that in the way we've handled appointees already.
Yeah.
And we vote them in ourselves through a ballot, and we should probably be consistent and do the same process there.
Commissioner May and I, actually Commissioner May, you, not me, we're going to have to get the city. Obviously, you don't want duplicate names, and we'll have to get with the mayor and the city administrator.
Commissioner Berry wanted them.
Okay, Commissioner Berry, were you through? We interrupted on Berry's time.
Well, I just wanted to say that's why we would get the appointment from those two municipal bodies first, so that, so that's not even an issue. I guess what I'm getting to, Mr. Chairman, is I don't know if there's any feedback from the stakeholders in the audience to the administrator's presentation before, obviously we're going to take some type of direction or push some type of direction, and I think everybody's ready to do that, but I want to make sure we hear anything that they have to say.
I respect that. Ms. Hooten had asked to speak.
While Ms. Hooten's coming, George, come on, Betty, please, come on. I see the city council and the mayor as one entity. Why did we want an appointee? Was that a request by them to have one appointed by the mayor and one by the city council?
That was our suggestion.
Oh, was that our suggestion?
Was that ours? I hate to put that back on y'all.
That was
I'm going to get on Wilson's side and go, yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember if it was done before you got here.
Remember the TV commercial? Give it to Mikey. Let Mikey try it.
In all fairness, it may have been done before you got on the board. I don't know, but that was
Just a
direction
question.
from the board. That was direction from the board.
Let's pay deference to Ms. Hooten. Betty?
Good morning, commissioners. This is truly a wonderful day. In the last so many years, have worked very hard for this, as has my library boards all through the years. And I use that pronoun, my. Councilman Johnson kind of got upset with me the first meeting he attended because I kept referring to them as my libraries. And after a while, I think you begin to feel that they are my libraries. And I want to offer my help with this transition. I will not have a dog in this fight. My hearing is getting very bad, and I will not be applying for the Board of Governors. But I'd like to look at resumes. I'd like to be helpful in this. I'd like to ask first if there are any educational requirements for these resumes. Should there be? I really believe there should be along the way. I think that one of the things my library board is concerned about is coexisting with another library board. And since legally we disband September 30th, and legally the governing board takes over October 1st, I'm not sure how this is all going to work. But we certainly would like the folks from the new governing board in March, April, whatever, to attend our library board meetings. Commissioner Berry's been there. We run a really tight ship, and he can attest to that. So I think that would be a good thing to happen too, and it really would help. As far as the stipend is concerned, and I thank Commissioner Valentino for addressing many of my questions that I hurriedly ran off to him yesterday. You're right. You're not going to get anybody. This is a working board, a working governing board. And my board has been an advisory board since Marilyn Wesley will tell you 2000, I believe. So really, we might need to rethink that whole thing. I'm just not quite sure about that myself. But I feel very good about this resolution. We have talked it over, and yes, it's a political document, of course it is. But we trust the county to do a wonderful presentation of this. This is just the most wonderful thing that could happen to this system. And I will go quietly into the sunset.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And enjoy your working with this. This is a wonderful thing for our libraries.
Betty, may I just ask you a question or two, or anyone else who may know? When the library folks were talking to the commissioners, I failed to ask, what's the pattern elsewhere in the state? I mean, what's the level of subject matter expertise on a library board that would warrant a stipend? I mean, clearly, and George, if the commission is picking three, I mean, it isn't going to be a guy who put up yard signs for me during my campaign. It's going to be someone with a library expertise. Don't we want to put something in the language that describes some sort of subject matter expertise in the library system or library business?
I'd really like to see some master's degrees for these resumes. I mean, whether
Well-
they're MBAs or history or English or education.
Stipend or no stipend? I mean, don't we want to really create a standard here?
Commissioners, that is totally y'all's call. Ms. Hooten makes a very good point. There are educational requirements for my job, obviously. There's a lot of educational requirements. But there are some jobs in the county that people do a great job with that experience has been a great teacher. I hear what Ms. Hooten's saying. There's not many people got library degrees that we can pick 5 people that got a management degree in library. So that's a tough question. That is a real tough question, but I know there's a lot of people that have been passionate about the library system, and I've never asked their background over the years as far as but I know they've been great board members.
I'm just throwing it out there. Grover, you want to jump in?
If we're talking about somebody that is sitting in the library directors, then I'm going to absolutely expect them to have all kind of master's, doctorate, whatever else. That's going to be the requirement, that my expectation. But as far as a passionate board member that has a passion for the library, I mean, I think you've got to, at some level, to be involved with libraries, you've got to have an appreciation for education. So I think they're all going to have there. But I don't see how a master's translates into an effective policy board member. I just don't quite see that level becoming there. I mean, we don't ask our planning board people to have masters to go serve on the. We don't even ask them to have college degrees to serve on the planning board. But it's, again, I'm not saying that there are ways that you can figure around that. I just don't see. I think we're confusing 2 different issues. I think for the person that absolutely runs the system, they've got to have that education. Just for them to be on a board, I mean, there are plenty of people with a college education that may not have a master's that I think if they're passionate about the library system, I can support them. I appreciate what you're saying, Betty, but I think the people that this board selects will be people that are passionate about the library system. I don't know that they're going to have master's degrees, and I don't want to get us that caught up in that issue.
And that would be the ultimate.
Could we, I agree with you, Commissioner, in spirit, and I think where I was going was library experience, not degrees or credentials.
Exactly.
Can we, I mean, I just wouldn't take someone who has a background in something else.
Are you going to vote for somebody who, I mean,
Well, that's my point.
I'm not going to vote for somebody unless I know they're
Well, don't we want
passionate and involved.
Don't we want them to have some level of expertise? And should it be in this document? We speak now, forever hold your peace, because it really is, your point's correct, Commissioner. At the end of the day, when I see 6 or 7 people on a list to vote on, I'm going to be looking for someone who's experienced. So you want to leave it there?
Well, I think you got to have someone
Well-
with passion. I'm sorry, Betty, go ahead.
Excuse me, Commissioner, you mentioned library experience. Now you're getting into a different realm here. I assume, hopefully, rightfully so, that you will not be hiring anyone who works at a library. Any staff members for this board.
Well,
We're getting way off.
that is an operational level that we reserve the right to handle. If we chose to do that, this document right now, Betty, lets us do it.
Well, I think we're getting way into the weeds
Well,
here.
no, but it's not really, George. We're trying to create a standard. Might as well get it right once.
And this document does that. What it amounts to is, this board will have final say-so about the director/manager of the library system. Just like my departments, that person then will hire their own staff. The day-to-day operations, policy operations will be done by the library board. As far as the appointee of the library board, you're going to have resumes submitted for exactly what's being discussed here today. And hopefully when you start voting on folks, y'all will pay attention to their qualifications. I've got to get, one thing about Commissioner Berry mentioned, I'm going to have to get with with Bill Reynolds to find out when the city council meets. It may be such that, Commissioner Berry, y'all may have to make your 3 appointments before the city, because I do not know when their meetings are. I'm asking y'all to move ours up one day because our March meeting is a conflict with what y'all be doing in Washington with the legislative conference. So if we don't do it the last meeting in February, it goes to the second meeting in March, which basically is way out of the room.
But George, not to cut you off, ultimately the county is now responsible. I think we give the city a date and they need to adhere to it. And if not, then we need to make those decisions. Same way with Restore Act. I don't think we need to wait on them. I mean, this has been a long time coming.
Actually, that was thrown in your lap, so you tell me what you want to do.
Commissioner, you have a suggestion on a date? When's our deadline?
February 21st.
Then theirs is the same.
Theirs is the same. That's what I would say.
Well, that's not what Commissioner Berry's saying.
Well, we got,
I was hoping we would have it, the 21st is a Thursday, correct?
Right.
Can we not have theirs be the 19th? It's
Yeah,
that
I
Tuesday?
can agree with
I mean,
that.
they do a lot of business on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. They can decide tonight. Yeah.
They only got one appointee apiece. I mean, I don't say it only, because 10 people choosing one is going to be very difficult. The mayor, I don't think we'll have a problem with the mayor's appointee. But as far as the city council, when you deal with the mayor, with the president of the council and 9 members, that may be a little.
I agree with Commissioner Berry, 19th.
Okay.
Do you see that as a problem?
That's 4 full work weeks. I think that's plenty.
You see that as a problem, Betty, you think?
did you think that was a problem, Betty? The 19th of February for the,
Not at
you
all.
think that's sufficient time, don't you, for them?
I think it is. I mean, I'm sure it is. People are wanting this position, you know.
Sure.
They're watching and following, they know.
Absolutely.
But our library board, you know, this puts us in a kind of a funny position here, but we're going to meet a few times and then cancel meetings for the summer. There's really nothing that we need to advise about. We'll probably discuss this whole thing.
And during a transition like this, where it's truly a governing change, yield to the county and to staff
Okay.
to shepherd you. This is normal in any transition in
All right.
government. There's going to be some gremlins popping out of the box
Right.
during the transition.
Right, but
I consider it more operational, not policy, so I don't think it needs to encumber the commission at this point.
Okay, but do keep communication open.
Yes, ma'am.
And really, we are glad to do anything we can do, although I do have a few members of the library board as it stands now who will be sending resumes in, have talked about it.
Okay, good.
Commissioners, I've just been informed the city meets on the 11th and the 14th, so that should work out perfect. In addition, Betty mentioned transition, whatever, between the board that currently exists and the new governance board. The governance board will be the authoritative board. If they choose to have another committee, that will be up to them.
George, I was just saying, that's only a transitional issue.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
It goes away.
yeah. Yes.
But if the governance board is not official until October 1,
You will still be in effect till the governance
in
board
effect,
takes over.
but
yeah.
not official.
But after that transition date, then you may still exist, but that'll be up to the governance board.
Okay, all right.
Commissioner Berry, were you through?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Seeing no more comments from the fellow commissioners, do you have a final comment, George, on what the next step is with Amy?
Well, the only thing is, of course, my whole career, I've really, we've done this successfully with animal control in the past. We've done this successfully with public safety. And I think this is just a step toward some functional consolidation of departments within the city and county to ultimately be more efficient and certainly look after the taxpayers' dollars. And I applaud the city council and I applaud this board for having enough vision, and I certainly applaud the library system. And I think we're going to have an even better library system once this full transition takes place, and I look forward to working with them.
Okay, the chair at this point closes off excuse me, Commissioner Robertson.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend approval of A and B.
Second.
Motion and a second, no further comment, please vote. Thank you, gentlemen, passes unanimously, congratulations.
Thank you for your time.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. May.
it is in the minutes that they're going to have, the city will have their names in by the 19th. Is that the date we agreed to?
George, I think you said the 19th or the 21st, right?
No, we changed the 21st.
Excuse me, the 19th is when the city will have their list to Mr. May, and the 21st is when I hope y'all make your 3 appointments.
Okay, final comment by Mr. Berry.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to thank the administrator and city, not manager, but city director for this type of presentation. It makes it much easier to make decisions when you bring a document or a proposed resolution forward that has buy-in from the stakeholders. I mean, the changes that we talked about were so minor with this, it makes it so much easier than if we're just starting from scratch. So, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Staff, thanks y'all.
Thanks.
No other comments, questions, or concerns? Thank you, everybody. Meeting adjourned.